Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Legit Astrologer. My name is Rajat Kapoor. Today I'm going to talk about the transit of the month of July. It is a very important transit. It is the transit of Venus, that is Shukra. Venus is moving out of the very emotional sign of Cancer and making a transit in the fiery sign of Leo. This transit is happening on 7th of July, and Venus, after going through its retrogression, will move back to the sign of Cancer and then move forward into the sign of Leo. So overall this transit is going to last till 3rd of November. So it is a very important transit for us because Venus is going to stay in the sign of Leo and Cancer for a long period of time this year. Some important dates for this transit before we move on to interpretations in general, how this will have an impact, and also how this will have an impact on various ascendant signs. And in case you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, share this video with your friends, and keep yourself up to date with all the upcoming videos on transits and on Vedic astrology. And if you wish to book a personalized consultation with me, check out the link to my website in the comment section and how you can reach out to me. Important dates for the transit: Venus is making a transit in Leo on 7th of July, where it will meet Mars or Mangala. On 23rd of July, Venus is going to go retrograde in the sign of Leo. Venus is going to go retrograde for 43 days this year. Venus will move back to the sign of Cancer on 7th of August. Venus will then move direct in the sign of Cancer on 4th of September. And finally, on 10th of October, Venus will transit in a direct motion back in the sign of Leo and will stay in the sign of Leo till about 3rd of November. So July and October are very important months for reading the transit in the sign of Leo. I will make a separate video on retrogression and how it will have an impact on different ascendant signs, but in this video we will only focus on Venus making a transit in the sign of Leo. This is the natural 2nd house lord and the 7th house lord now making a transit in the 5th house. Venus in the Kalpurusha Kundli rules the house of family, wealth, possessions, income, and also the house of marriage, partnership, harmony, people who are opposite to you, your spouse, and is making a transit in the fiery sign of Leo in the natural 5th house of the Kalpurusha Kundli. This is a natural yoga in transit, which is also one of the big wealth yogas in transit. Venus represents abundance. Venus represents all kinds of interaction in the world. Venus is the significator of love, harmony, relationship. It is one of the karaka for wealth, all the material wealth and comforts in this world. It also rules vehicles, it rules air travel. So it plays a very important role when it comes to the material world. Venus is also called the Daitya Guru. This could also be a potential time for people to increase their knowledge in the modern world and new ways of doing things or upskilling themselves, because Venus is the significator of all the modern knowledge. Short courses, executive education, certificate courses. This could be a potentially favorable time to create resources and put your focus on energies in short-term upskilling for yourself. So the lord of family, who you'd like to protect, income, possessions, and marriage, harmony, partnership, has moved into the natural 5th house, which is the house of future. This is also where the king sits. It is the throne. It is also a significant house when it comes to wealth related matters. Venus is creating a natural Dhan Yoga or Lakshmi Yoga during this transit. And from an emotional sign of Cancer, it is now moving in fiery sign of Leo. Venus is Jala Tattva or water based planet. Leo is the natural fire sign. When water meets fire, it creates smoke. Something that we all should be mindful of during this transit is to avoid any kind of overindulgence, or try to have a balanced routine and a balanced life for the next few months. So this is an ideal time to put your focus back into your love interest, future with your partner, bringing harmony in your life, creating opportunities for wealth, abundance, success, because with success comes income and wealth as well. Natural fifth house is one of the trinal houses of the chart, quite a powerful house. It is very futuristic and it is associated to Lord Shiva. And this is also happening in the month of Shravan. This year, the month of Shravan is longer in terms of its duration. It is nearly 2 months. So it is an excellent time to manifest wealth. It is an excellent time to pray, bow to Lord Shiva and try to fulfill what you desire for your future. Some important dates from a nakshatra point of view. Venus is going to enter in Magha nakshatra on 7th of July. Magha nakshatra is ruled by Ketu and it is going to stay in Magha nakshatra till 6th of August. During this time, wherever there is the sign of Scorpio in your chart where Ketu naturally gets exalted, you are going to witness some sort of positive results with regards to this house. On 7th of August, Venus will make a transit in Ashlesha nakshatra in a retrograde motion and it is going to stay in Ashlesha nakshatra till 30th of September. Ashlesha is ruled by Mercury and during this time, wherever the sign of Virgo falls in your chart is going to witness positive results. And then Venus is going to be back in Magha nakshatra on 10th of October and will be transiting very fast till 16th of October. It will stay in Magha nakshatra in a direct motion. And then 17th of October, Venus will move in Purva Falguni nakshatra and will stay in Purva Falguni nakshatra till 30th of October. Now this is a time when Venus will be extremely powerful because it is its own nakshatra. And during this time, wherever the sign of Pisces falls in your chart is going to witness some sort of positive results. Venus in its first phase of nakshatra based transit, when it is transiting through Magha nakshatra, is going to activate the 4th cycle, which is about comforts, your home, family, mother, vehicles, property, real estate. So an excellent time to focus on some of these things. Put your energies in right direction. Later, when Venus will transit in Ashlesha nakshatra in a retrograde motion, from a karmic point of view, it is going to activate the 3rd cycle, which means a lot more effort, communication, siblings, performing arts, and also an excellent time to take some blessings of your guru or your mentor. And later, when it transits back in Magha and Purva Falguni nakshatra, it will continue to put more focus on the 4th cycle, which is your efforts will translate into happiness and will make you put a lot more focus in doing things that make you feel content, that make you feel happy, where you are most comfortable. During this transit, Venus is going to aspect by its 7th aspect, which is the aspect of desire, to the sign of Aquarius, which is the natural 11th house, which indicates gains, your wider social network, technology, friends, and all the material gains in life. When Venus will retrograde back in the sign of Cancer, then the sign of Capricorn will be fairly active, which would mean time to put focus on your work, actions in the society, your profession, job, quite a crucial time. And thereafter, Venus will continue to aspect the sign of Aquarius while it is in Leo. So for the next few weeks and months, the sign of Capricorn and Aquarius is going to be under the karmic influence of Venus. Who is going to have the maximum impact of this transit? If you are going through a Mahadasha, Antardasha or Pratantardasha where Venus is involved, you are likely to be impacted by this transit. If you have prominent planets in the sign of Cancer, in the sign of Leo, in the sign of Capricorn, in the sign of Aquarius, you are likely to be impacted by this transit. Also, if you have planets in the sign of Taurus and in the sign of Libra, you are likely to be impacted by this transit. If Sun or Surya or Mars is connected in a way in your Mahadasha or Antardasha, you are likely to be impacted by this transit. While transiting in the sign of Leo, Venus will be in a mutual aspect with Saturn. Saturn and Venus share a friendly relationship. It is creating a very important yoga during this transit, which means love, emotions, harmony demand discipline. It demands consistency. It demands you to keep your surroundings clean, and quite an excellent time to declutter, keep yourself organized, clean up your home during this time, which is a very common and a basic remedy for everyone. Also, if you like plants, keep a white flower plant, any white flower plant in your home, either indoors or if it's an outdoor plant in your balcony or your terrace. This could be quite beneficial for you. So if you're going through Saturn, Mahadasha, Antardasha, then you're also likely to be impacted by this transit. Since a watery planet is in the fiery sign, this is a great time to calm yourself, to practice mindfulness, meditation, yoga, sadhana, because the energies are quite favorable and calm. Besides being a natural yoga for wealth, please make a note of these dates. From 15th of July till 30th of July, Venus is extremely powerful because it is in its own Navamsha, which is Taurus Navamsha. Also, from 7th of August till 13th of August, which is about 1 week, Venus is extremely powerful because it is retrograde and it is in its exalted Navamsha of Pisces. Quite a great time from a karmic point of view to manifest wealth, to create secondary opportunities for you to gain income, possessions, and focus on your family, those who you would like to protect during this time. Now let's talk about how Venus's transit in the sign of Leo is going to have an impact on various ascendant signs or moon signs. So you can consider from a physical, material, in the world perspective from your ascendant sign, and from a mental perspective from your moon sign. Let's start with Aries ascendants. For Aries ascendants, Venus becomes the ruler of the 2nd house and the 7th house, and it's making a transit in your 5th house. From here, Venus is going to aspect the 11th house. What does this Venus desire through his 7th aspect? Venus desires gains and all the comforts in life, to put your focus on creating sources of income which can give you further gains. And these gains are particularly for your family, for your spouse, and the overall well-being of your family. The key message of this transit is that your future is in love, peace and harmony, because this is what Venus rules in your chart. A lot of focus on your home, to fix things, to take care of those people in your life who you would like to protect. Quite obviously, it is your family, it could be your spouse, or it could be your near and dear or loved ones. A lot more time and energy you would want to put in your family. This can also be a potentially favorable time to create a secondary source of income, wealth related matters, or a new business opportunity which can further give you some sort of income, and you can support your family via this new means of income. This is a natural Dhan Yoga in the transit, and during this time you should worship Lakshmi. That could be the ultimate potential remedy for all Aries ascendants during this time. One thing that you need to be mindful of is any kind of overindulgence which can affect your stomach or your liver system. So be mindful and careful of that. During this transit, your 8th house, 6th house and 12th house are likely to deliver positive results. By this, it also means that the trick houses or the perceived bad houses of the chart are delivering positive results, but this could be a potentially favorable time for any such transformation which will help you give it back to the society, and also you could be healing others and helping others through this transformation in the journey. Overall, I would say it is a positive transit for Aries ascendants, and I wish you the very best. Let's now talk about Taurus ascendants. For Taurus ascendants, Venus is an important planet because it rules your ascendant, your Lagna lord, and also the ruler of your 6th house. So the ruler of your Lagna, yourself, your overall personality, and the ruler of 6th house, which is the house of competition, daily routines, debts and diseases, is making a transit in the 4th house. From here, Venus is going to aspect the 10th house, which means it desires actions in the society, it desires workplace opportunities, it desires creation of new job, or if you are in an existing job, it desires harmony. So you would need to put your focus on interaction with people you work with and try to maintain positive and cordial relationships with them. The key message for this transit is to focus on comforts. Sometimes it is okay to stay in your comfort zone and do things which make you feel content. Take it easy for the time being, because this could be potentially favorable for you. If you get into competitive activities, if you embrace competition, you could gain during this time, because this is what is indicated. In addition, if you're going through a favorable Mahadasha. Now, Venus in this house naturally is considered Digbali, or it gains directional strength. So there are blessings of the Digpala Devata. Again, you can either read Shri Suktam during this transit, or you can worship Goddess Lakshmi for getting maximum positive results at your home, in your life. A remedy for you is to keep your home and yourself clean, tidy. Focus on your overall presentation. Your executive presence is going to make you successful at your workplace, because you will be able to influence others. This is also a potentially favorable time to increase your interaction with the public, to create that powerful aura through which you can influence others. Go out there, present yourself in social media in a positive manner, and try to make a difference in other people's life by spreading positive and informative messages. So it is time to break the shell, go out in the open. During this transit, your 7th house, 5th house and 11th house are likely to deliver positive results, which means focus a lot on your relationship harmony, or those who are looking to get married. This could be a potentially favorable time, because your future is supportive as well, and gains are indicated through your future planning. Overall, it is a positive transit, and I wish you the very best. Let's now talk about Gemini ascendants. For Gemini ascendants, Venus is the only Yogakaraka planet, or the most favorable planet, and this is your 5th house lord and the 12th house lord. It is making a transit in the 3rd house, in the sign of Leo. The ruler of your future, love, success, the most important trinal house, and also the ruler of spirituality for you, the one who rules losses or giving it away, increasing your self-consciousness, is making a transit in the 3rd house of efforts, 3rd house of change, your growth, the first step towards growth, communication, siblings. From here, Venus is going to aspect the 9th house. What does Venus desire? Venus desires higher learning, a supportive fortune for you during this time. It also desires long distance travel. So if you go on a journey, this could potentially be enjoyable, and this could be quite good from a learning perspective. Interact with people from other cultures and take support from these people from distant or foreign lands. The key message for this transit for you is to bring in some eloquence, beauty in your communication, your style, your words and your aura. This can influence people and create a positive change for yourself, which can lead to wealth creating opportunities for you in future. Change is inevitable, change is coming. Whether it will be fruitful or not depends on your ongoing Mahadasha and Antardasha. You might need to put some extra efforts at your workplace or what you do in life for the time being. Stay resilient for the first few weeks at least. You also must realize that the future is supportive if you learn something new right now, if you upskill yourself. One remedy for you is to meditate, because it will give you power to take control over your thoughts. If your thoughts are good, it will reflect in your action. So that is something which you need to be mindful of, not to divert your attention or thoughts, or not to have any kind of submissive or oppressive thinking. Stay positive, maintain good thinking. Your 6th house, 4th house and 10th house are likely to deliver positive results, which means that job opportunities, new workplace opportunities, which would ensure that you are satisfied, happy, and if you're looking forward to make some sort of purchase of vehicle or land, this could be a potentially favorable time. Overall, it is a positive transit, but comes with some limited conditions. I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Cancer ascendants. For Cancer ascendants, Venus becomes the ruler of the 4th house and the 11th house, and this Venus is making a transit in the 2nd house. From the 2nd house, Venus is aspecting the 8th house. What does this Venus desire via its 7th aspect? It desires transformation, it desires change, it also desires some amount of uncertainty. It desires you to research, put your thinking in learning something unknown which is hidden. Your ruler of happiness, comforts, home, mother, and also the ruler of gains, social network, the material comfort, is making a transit in the house of income, wealth, possessions and your family. Though this Venus is making a mixed transit, but this is causing a Dhan Yoga in transit. However, this Dhan Yoga would come with certain amount of uncertainty. So you might want to put your focus on savings for the time being, so that you can support yourself and your family through uncertain times. This time also demands some amount of focus on bringing harmony within your family and taking care of those you love or you like to protect. So doing all of this will definitely give you some sort of mental peace which you will require during this time. Another thing that you need to be careful of is the food that you consume. Avoid any kind of overindulgence. Ensure that you maintain a healthy, balanced and a diet that is full of nutrition. Otherwise, it could have repercussions on your health. During this transit, your 5th house, 3rd house and 9th house are likely to deliver positive results. So which means that the future is promising, but it will require you to put more efforts. So you need to be prepared for it. And if you put efforts, you will learn a lot, you will increase your self-awareness. Overall, I would say it is a mixed transit for Cancer ascendants, and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Leo ascendants. For Leo ascendants, Venus becomes the ruler of the 3rd house and the 10th house, and it is making a transit in your 1st house, in your Lagna, your ascendant itself. From here, Venus is going to aspect your 7th house. Venus desires focus on marriage. If you're looking forward to getting married, if your dasha is supportive, this could be a potentially favorable time. Venus also desires harmony within your married life and also future business prospects which could be quite promising. The key message, since it is the lord of your efforts, communication, change and also your workplace, your actions in the society, is making a transit in your own house, yourself, your overall personality, which demands a positive change during this time. Focusing on your strengths, understanding your strengths, building on your strengths is the call of the hour. This will happen if you increase your self-awareness, get feedback from others, try to pen down the things that you're good at and focus on doing those things, because if you do it, you will do the right things. Workplace will require some sort of efforts where you would need to leverage your communication, focus on improving that and consciously put more efforts than it is required. Because from a karmic point of view, this time period demands you to put some efforts. This is creating a powerful yoga, which is a Simhasana yoga, which ensures success at workplace and in new endeavors that you wish to do during this time. Only if your dasha, Antardasha and Pratyekta Dasha is supportive during this time period. Put more efforts, get more results, gain more over the course of time. Your 4th house, 2nd house and 8th house are likely to deliver positive results, which means there is happiness, wealth creating opportunities which can help you sustain during uncertain or changing times. That will again be a transformational journey for you. Overall, I would say it is a positive transit. Focus a lot on yourself and your personal well-being. I wish you the very best. Let's now talk about Virgo ascendants. For Virgo ascendants, Venus is an important planet and it becomes the ruler of your 2nd house and 9th house. So Venus plays an important role in wealth for Virgo ascendants. It is making a transit in the 12th house. From here, Venus aspects the 6th house. It desires to fix your daily routine, to put your focus on things you do on a day-to-day basis and try to declutter, organize those things. Venus is one planet which is mostly positive in the 12th house if it is supported by other planets during this transit. But since you also have an ongoing Mars placed there and both are being aspected by Saturn, this could be a time period for you which may rise your expenditure. So this is where you need to be mindful of taking some decisions and avoid any kind of impulsiveness when it comes to matters related to money. There are possibilities of long distance or foreign journeys or some sort of support from foreigners if you reach out. Condition is that if you do that, you will be supported. This time period also demands you to focus on developing your self-consciousness, which can be supportive in your spiritual practices. Meditation is the key, yoga is the key during this time. Your dharma should be in helping others, in supporting others who need you during this time. Your third house, first house and seventh house are likely to deliver positive results, which means this time period would require you to put in efforts for your own self to build your capacity, and during this time you're also likely to be supported by your partner or your spouse, or it could be your business partner as well, so make use of that. Overall, I would say it is a mixed transit, but I wish you the very best. Let's now talk about Libra ascendants. For Libra ascendants, Venus becomes a Lagna Lord. It rules your ascendant and it also rules your 8th house. It is making a transit in the 11th house of gains. From here, Venus is aspecting by its 7th aspect to the 5th house. What does Venus desire? It desires future. Anything and everything to do with future towards your children, and also putting your focus on creative pursuits that could be favorable for you in the near future. For Libra ascendants, the ruler of your ascendant, yourself, and also the house of transformation, longevity, hidden knowledge, deep secrets, a mysterious house, is making a transit in the house of gains. This is the time for gains. Gains of all kinds of material wealth, gains of your network. Your friends are going to reach out to you to take support and your advice. Be there. Be mentally and physically present for your friends, for your network. You are likely to be liked by people who are within your wider network. If there are any possibilities of wealth via inheritance, this time period can again be favorable for you in case your ongoing dasha is supportive. For Libra ascendants, this can also be a pretty good time to do some sort of research or enhance your knowledge in Jyotish or astrology, because you are likely to pick up quite fast during this time, and if you spend time in research on these subjects, you are likely to uncover some mysteries, some deep hidden secrets. One thing that you have to be mindful of is avoid any kind of overindulgence in food or your overall lifestyle during this time. Stay cautious. Try to maintain balance between your personal and the social life. During this time, your 2nd house, 12th house and 6th house are likely to deliver positive results, which means your income and gains are supportive of your spending, of any kind of losses as well. And this will help you to fix your daily routine. This will help you to do a good job in the near future over the next few months. Overall, it is a positive transit and I wish you the very best. Let's now talk about Scorpio ascendants. Venus becomes the ruler of your 7th house and 12th house, and this Venus is making a transit in the 10th house, which is an important kendra. From here, Venus is aspecting the 4th house. What does Venus desire? Venus desires happiness. It desires satisfaction. It desires you to put your focus on your home and also care towards your mother during this time. For Scorpio ascendants, this time period could be quite promising when it comes to business related opportunities, partnership, maintaining harmony in your marital life, and for a desire to maintain some sort of peace at home. But this will come with certain conditions. You would need to trust others that you are working with or you are with during this time. Your partner could be extremely supported when it comes to work or workplace related matters in your overall motivation, encouragement, because that is something which you would need during this time. New opportunities can come in your way, but this could take some time to materialize because there could be certain amount of uncertainty. For example, you reach very close towards getting a new job, but some or the other way things either don't materialize or there could be a delay. You need to stay resilient. And most importantly, your dasha would be a deciding factor in terms of any of these actions. What you need to focus on is your actions, the steps that you take, because your actions eventually are going to speak volumes and would be supportive of you in the near future. Your 1st house, 11th house and 5th house are likely to deliver positive results, so which means a lot of focus on yourself, your strengths, so that you can gain in the near future. I would say overall, from a karmic point of view, it is a positive transit for Scorpio ascendants if you continue to focus on self at your workplace. I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Sagittarius ascendants. For Sagittarius, Venus becomes the ruler of the 6th house and the 11th house and is making a transit in the 9th house of Dharma, fortune, long distance travel, the lord of your daily routine, competition, debts, and also lord of gains, lord of your wider social network and your friends. Venus, not the best planet for you, is aspecting the 3rd house from his 7th aspect. Venus desires change. Venus desires a lot of focus on communication. This time period is likely to push you to put more efforts. So you need to be prepared for it, because if you are prepared for it, you could be in a better and a comfortable position. Your daily routine needs a lot of focus on dharma, on spiritual practices, on increasing your higher learning. This is the key message of this transit. Any such activities or things that you could do, pick up a course or upskill yourself, keep yourself occupied in some of these things to help you sail through this time. If there's a travel which is associated to your workplace, there could be some gains in the time being that can support you. During this time, one of the key remedy for you is to listen to your mentor or your guru, someone who is learned. If you get support of this person, you can be more comfortable during this time. Do not shy away from putting more efforts if you are required to, particularly at your workplace, because you're likely to face some sort of competition there. Follow the path of righteousness, dharma. That is the key for you. Your 12th house, 10th house and 4th house are likely to deliver positive results. Watch your expense during this time. Instead, focus on building your self-consciousness, which can ensure you some sort of workplace success that can bring happiness in the long run. So this is what you need to focus on. Overall, I would say it is a mixed transit, but I wish you the very best. Let's talk about Capricorn ascendants. For Capricorn ascendants, Venus is an important and a yoga karaka planet. It rules your 5th house and the 10th house, and it is making a transit in the 8th house of transformation, the lord of your future, children, creativity, your workplace progress, your actions in the society, new job opportunities, is making a transit in the house of transformation, sudden change or ups and downs, hidden knowledge, occult, mysterious world, and also longevity. From here, Venus will aspect the 2nd house. It desires focus on family, income, wealth, and possessions. This is the call of the hour. Workplace change is inevitable, considering if your dasha is supportive of it. It could be a positive or a negative change. That will depend on the time period that you're going through. However, you can expect some sort of uncertainty, but then you need to embrace this change, which will help you cope up in a better manner, and this will further support your future transformational goals. During this time, you should worship Goddess Lakshmi or read Sri Suktam on a daily basis, which can support you at a mental level to cope up with the changes around you for your future and at your workplace particularly. Read about Jyotish, astrology, learn, try to do research, particularly research linked to your workplace that can be beneficial for you during this time. You really need to step out, get out of your comfort zone, because you will be forced to do things that you're not used to, that you're not comfortable about. Prepare yourself mentally. During this transit, your 11th house, 9th house and 3rd house are likely to deliver positive results, which means gains are supportive. However, you would need to put a lot more efforts. Follow the path of righteousness. Stick to your dharma. Learn something new. Chase higher learning for a good change. Overall, it is a mixed transit, and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Aquarius ascendants. For Aquarius ascendants, Venus again becomes a Yoga Karaka planet. It rules your 4th house and the 9th house, and this Venus is making a transit in the 7th house of your chart. Venus is considered the significator or the karaka for the 7th house. From here, Venus is aspecting your ascendant, yourself. Venus desires positive change, for you to focus on your strengths, see the results of your efforts that you have put over the last few weeks to feel certain changes within your overall body and your personality. The ruler of your house of happiness, home, mother, long distance travel, higher learning, fortune and dharma is making a transit in the 7th house of partnership, harmony, marriage. The message for you is happiness is in harmony. Happiness is in connecting with your mother. Happiness is in long distance travel. So any of these things are going to be extremely supportive during this time. You would also need to support them back. You will get support from your partner, but you would need to give support as well. Listen to your mother, build good cordial relationship with your mother. If you're working on new business opportunities, this could be a potentially favorable time. If not, think about things that you want to do in future, because you're likely to come up with some great ideas that can materialize over the next few months in a potentially favorable opportunity. Because during this time, fortune would be favorable, and you're also likely to be supported by either your father or a father figure or a mentor. Your 10th house, 8th house and 2nd house are likely to deliver positive results, which means that there is certain success in your workplace endeavors which can support some sort of uncertainty that can support your transformation and help you create more wealth through your income. Overall, I would say it is a positive transit, and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Pisces ascendants. For Pisces ascendants, Venus becomes the ruler of the 3rd house and the 8th house, and it is making a transit in the 6th house. The ruler of the house of efforts, communication, change, competition, debts, diseases. The ruler of change, communication, efforts, and also the ruler of house of transformation, occult, mysticism, longevity is making a transit in the 6th house of daily routine, debts, diseases. From here, Venus is aspecting the 12th house. Venus desires you to build your self-consciousness because it is going to help you a lot during this time. Spiritual practices, meditation is extremely important. Venus is considered Maran Karaka in the 6th house. Not a very comfortable position for Venus, but then it is also creating a Viparita Yoga. Viparita Yoga would mean that you're likely to rise after a fall. Be prepared for unpleasant news, because there could be a possibility that you were expecting something to happen and then you can be surprised as well. However, this will depend on your ongoing Mahadasha and Antardasha. If it is supporting, it will really minimize the effects. There are more efforts that are required at your workplace, particularly with the people that you work with. So be mindful of not creating any sort of friction with the people that you work with. Stay resilient, which will help you to overcome the competition that you're likely to face in the coming days or weeks. But always remember that you will eventually rise, but you will have to sail through these difficult tides, which will eventually make you a better person. Focus on decluttering your daily routine. Organize yourself, carry a planner, put down the things that you like to do, prioritize those things. Focus on the important things in your life. Your 9th house, 7th house and 1st house are likely to deliver positive results. So if you focus on higher learning and also harmony within your partnership or your marriage, this can potentially work in your favor. Eventually you would rise, but there is certain amount of struggle. So be prepared for that. Overall, it is a mixed transit, but I wish you the very best. So this was about Venus's transit in the sign of Leo and how it will have an impact on all 12 ascendants. In case you like this, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, spread the word, and stay tuned for more upcoming interesting videos. In case you wish to book a personalized consultation with me, check out the link to my website in the comment section and how you can reach out to me. May this transit of Venus in the sign of Leo bring a lot of abundance for our future, help us be successful and prosper in this world. Thank you very much, and God bless you.